cold. But we moved to Canada and we are finally settled here. So I'll be posting more often. And guys, so I'm doing a 2-color challenge today. And this is to show you guys, I only have 2 colors, blue and orange. I got these at Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to show you guys that if you don't want to spend that much on art or miniatures, as I'm going to show you today, I'll be painting miniatures. You don't need that much. So all you really need is 2 colors, a palette, and I made a wet palette from paper towels, a piece of paper, and some coffee caps. So all you need to do is take a container or like this, cut out a piece of paper towel, layer that down, and then put a little bit of water, and then either use a parchment paper that works better, but if you don't have water works too. I mean a paper works too. On top, and put a bit more water, put a cap, you're done. And some brushes. All you need is 2 brushes. One bigger brush to lay down the paint, and a detail brush amongst the water. And with miniatures, you have to hold it. So, you have to hold it. But what you do is, I made this. This is a creamer cup. I just put a hole and put a paper clip. So all you need to do now is just slide it in, and you can hold it. You paint it. And the last thing you need is some primer. So this is the same thing, same one, but this is without primer and this is with primer. Primer is like a must buy because primer helps me the paint stick. Because eventually, if you like even touch it a little bit, the paint will like scratch off. So 110% recommend primer. So the only thing you really need to buy is this, 2 paints, 2 brushes, and some primer. I got the paint and the brushes and the primer from Dollar Tree. It cost me like $3. So that's all you need.
In budget.
In budget, yeah. It's a budget 2-color painting challenge. So, oh yeah, one more thing. You just need a paper towel. Clean your paint. So let's get started. So a wet palette is to make sure, like, if you put too much paint, like accidentally put too much paint on the palette, it will keep it like wet, so it won't dry out. And when you're painting miniatures, you want it to be like thinned out. So this just helps it with that, so you don't really need to do it a lot. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit. And the miniature is small, so you don't need a lot. You're done. And I'm just gonna show you that even if you have 2 colors, you can make much more. It's not about what colors you have or what supplies you have. It's about how you use what you have. Let's get started. Yeah, one thing, you do need a cap for this because then it helps it. Yeah. The first thing you want to do when you are painting miniatures, choose a base color. You have to choose a base color first. First, for the base color, I choose blue, okay? And I'm going to take my big brush, you know. So guys, so the base color, I choose blue. I'm just gonna take my damp brush, dip in some water, dry it off with a paper towel, and now it's nice and good. You just want to dip a little bit, not that much and not too little. Don't worry about this, just get it on there. This is a base color. So what you want to do is just don't get rid, just cover it everywhere. Okay? Just cover it everything, the legs, the body, everywhere. Just cover it everywhere. Okay? So what you need to do is just get it everywhere, as I said. I'm gonna grab one more thing. I'll bring it back. Okay, so I got some lotion and I use this for little something. So I put a little lotion on the paper towel. So sometimes your paints are too thin and sometimes they're too thick. So what I like to do, a little bit more paint.
Honey, put it.
What?
Honey, put it.
Hmm?
Honey,
Put here, put here.
I put on the color.
Money painted. That's my little brother. You want to say hi?
Hi. But I want to put me.
So I'm gonna take my brush again, you know. I want to make sure it's like wet, okay? So, brush, the lotion, and I put paint on it, and I'm just gonna mix it around, okay? So what this is gonna do is gonna make it thicker, but not too thick, so it goes on better, okay? And this is what you should look. Now this is great. So I'm just gonna put that back on this, and I should have just done it on the white palette, but here we are. So now thick paint, and let's do it. Guys, I'm just gonna do this quickly and put it on time lapse. So let's go. I finished putting the base coat on. So my base coat was blue, so it should look something like this. It doesn't have to be perfect, just try your best to get it everywhere you can. Since these aren't like made for miniatures, these are acrylic paints, so these take a bit longer to dry the miniatures. But there's other paints that dry quicker on this, but any paint will work. So I'm just gonna let this dry. For me, that's gonna take about 15-20 minutes. For you, that's gonna be a second. And we're back. So now take your detail brush and take your secondary color. For me, that's orange. Dip a little bit, just a little bit now. You want the little detail areas, you want a different color, okay? So let's see, like on the back here, you see like the stripes. I'm just gonna color those. You have to have a steady hand for this, okay? If you don't, it's like, you know, try your best, okay? You're bound to make some mistakes, okay? And that is okay. Well, sometimes what I do, so it's like these have a lot of hair in them, it's hard to control for detail. I just like to cut off some of the edges for that. And this one I'm just doing it just to show you don't have to do anything fancy. Okay, so it looks pretty good.
Já bom quanto tempo é?
It turned out not bad actually.
Ah! अपन drink देगा? ये देगा?
So yeah, this is the detail brush, and the one for using the base coat was the layering brush. So yeah, now you can do that for like all the details you want, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so time lapse again. Of me doing the little details. This is how it turned out. I'm very happy with the result, but we're not done just yet. So as you see in the time lapse, you might have seen me doing this. You can put the camera, and if you see the leg, I just kind of like made it like, you know, splosh there. So I'll just want to tell you, mistakes are gonna be made no matter what you do. So that's why we have a little wet palette. It helps us you don't have to put more paint on it. So it's great. Just take your detail brush again, dip on your base color again, that's blue for me, and then just cover it back over. Easy as that. Then you can cover stuff you don't like, or you can cover mistakes that you made, or stuff you just don't like, you know. It's like nothing will ever happen. It's like the eraser thing. You can always go back and add more. On the leg on the front, I made a little bit like line there that I don't like. You know, go back and erase that. didn't see that mistake anywhere. See the leg? No more dots. Clean. And the back I had a little line. Not. I don't like that. Bring it back up there. And we are good. So, time for the next part. We've done the two most important steps: base coating, details, and fixing mistakes. Okay. Now, what we need to do is, just look around and see if any other mistakes are good, right? So now what you do? Take your detail brush again, or it doesn't really matter which brush you use now. I'm using the detail one. Now, this is where wet palettes come most in need. So, you didn't do this without a wet palette, it's just much easier. But what I do, I like to call this wet on wet, or some people call it wet blending. Since the wet palette has water in it to keep the moist, and to keep the paint from drying out, all you do is take a little bit of the wet palette, put it right here, clean up the brush, grab some glue, put it right here, right next to it, okay? Now what you do is, you like mix it, and just bring this one to there and this one to there, and the color in the middle will be the blue color. So see? And it's not just that, so you can use some lotion to thicken it, or water to thinnen it, or later in the video you'll see me use some dish soap or something like that to make the color like more greener or bluer, anything, okay? So, but right now in the middle I got this really nice army greenish, so I really like that. So I'm just going to use that for the west. So for the west, let's see color in the middle. Let me show you again. The color right in the middle. It's a base color. I need some more of that. So let's see if we got more. I got more. And just, turn it all around. Turn it down everywhere. So now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna use it for the back too. Between the back and the back, and this is gonna use that a nice color tone. Just like that. And see, I put too much. So yet again, and just go back and fix it. Green, blue, and fix it. No one will ever know. It's gonna like you never did it. I mean, it's exactly like you never did it. So just put that there. Clean it up. I went on the orange. Go back on the orange. That fits everything. And cleaning up some mistakes. And yeah. So see what we did back there with the color mixing. So depends on which colors you have. You can make many other colors. So, and you can use as many colors as you want. And the more colors you have, the more colors you have, and mixing more colors. So it's like more the colors, more the colors. It's exactly like that. But so I used the green for the west, and it turned out pretty good. So we'll clean up some excess over here. And it looks awesome. And now we're pretty much done. So I'm just going to use the green one last time on the helmet. So almost. So just do this. Okay, there you go. Clean up like that. Alright, good. We're almost done. There's just 2 steps remaining. So now we're pretty much done with like the actual like stuff. Now it's time for like highlight, wash, and dry brushing. So we're done. So we dotted the orange right there. So the dry brushing is. Let's go back. Now the next step is wash actually. So take your braid brush. Take this, and I have a wash. You can buy washes, you can make your own washes like I did. This is just coffee. Coffee was straight, so just like a dark blue. Right? Anything dark will just like darken up and make it more realistic. So see? This is perfect. So what you want to do is get some wash, coffee, whatever you're using. Dip it on the brush, not too much, but not too less. And just get it everywhere, you know? Don't be afraid. Don't do too much, but not too little, you know? It'll be just right. It'll make it more like distinct and more realistic, you know what I mean? And if you add like too much in places you want, don't worry, we'll fix that in a few seconds. Just get that everywhere, don't worry. Like in the cracks, this is supposed to get in the cracks. Like that, it darkens everything down, so don't worry. So that's what the next steps are gonna be for, okay? Gun and yeah. So yeah, just do that. Now what we're gonna do is, since it's nice and dark now, go back in here, clean your brush out, and now just do a damp brush and just go inside all those details, and I'll just pick up all the excess wash. Okay, you can just go back into those extra details, and the damp brush will do the rest. There's some parts that like don't like that much, you can go back and as I told you. Damp brush, clean it up. If the corners is too much, no worries. Go back. If it's more dark, and you'll see. Alright. Now what we need to do is the next 2 steps are dry brushing and highlights. So the dry brushing and highlights are very similar. But I recommend you do both. You don't have to, but if you do both, it's just awesome. So either choose your color. It can be a mix, it can be lightness or darkness. So I'll be right back to show you guys. So I got this cream I was talking about, lotion or whatever you want to call it. And now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get some cream, get some paint, and lighten it up. Lighten it up. Because that's okay, baby. That's okay. So just make it a bit more lighter. Make the color more lighter. And after it's light, you can just lighten it up right there. You see. Up. So most people just like to do it on mixing and blending on the wet palette. Like when I did the color mixing, yes, but when I make it lighter and darker with lotion and stuff like that, paper towel is the best option. So what I'm using this color that I made for the skin. It's a 2-color challenge, and I'm doing it skin, the head and the hands, as you can see. And I just made the orange lighter, so it's not the same as those colors, and it's more peachy. So, got that. Alright, there you go. Yeah. Done. Good. Now, dry brushing. Take a big brush. Dampen it, okay? Damp it, clean it, and then just make it dry. Dry completely, okay? And now, choose a color. I'm gonna make a mix of the orange, the blue, and the light blue. So with the orange, make this darker. And now let's add some more blue. Mix this with the orange. And then put that in there. Yeah, we got like this similar to army, but it's good. You know? Or like this dark grayish, okay? And what you wanna do is we just fill the brush up, okay? And then on the paper towel, just like dry it, drag all the paint out till there's barely any paint coming in. Okay? You can barely see the paint. So just like get all the paint out of it until there's like no paint at all in it. Like not at all, just like barely anything. So see, just get all that excess paint out. You don't want like too much, and it should kind of be look like this. So be like right over here. It should kind of look like that. Okay. And now we take that brush and just like go over all the little details, and I'll give it some more texture, you know. Just do all the places you want with the dry brush. The more like excess, more like all the places you want some attention, you know. I just do that and we'll find the best points in it, and we'll get the best when you can. I do like the helmet, doing this, you know. Back, the leg, the arm, you know, then it should look something like this. So it's very hard to notice in the camera, but like if you look at the leg closely, it's much more like darker, and it gives it more like feel to it, you know, that dry brush, you know. Gives it more attention, more vibrant. So now we got that done. Time for the final step, highlights. This is my favorite part. So you just take your original two base colors. I need a bit more blue. Okay, and some more. I like to put a little bit on it so I don't waste any. But in case you do, whatever, it saves a lot of paint. So now what we do, take our brush, you know, we just need to be like a regular painting brush, you know, nothing damp, nothing like wet, just regularly dry. Okay? Dry, okay? Good. Now choose your, now either you can choose your secondary or tertiary, your first or secondary color. I'm choosing my first, and just run on the little thing that you want to attention, and this will make it brighter. So we use the wash and the dry brush, you know, put some more like darken up and then put some attention. This will like bring out special parts in it, okay? And we want like darken it up again, so that's why we want like, you know, special attention in these spots. Like this will make it like, you know, like it meets the eye to these spots, you know. Like I'm doing on the back of the legs, the calves, arms, the guns. It's very lightly, okay? Like the tip of things, okay? And like, okay, so we put some here. Not too much and not too little. Just so it's noticeable, but not too much so it's not too noticeable. Like right there, there's the tip of that, this, and some places if you don't like it, you can always go back and shade it, your base color again, fix it and wash, put some here in the back. And now what you can do if you want, this is an additional step, you don't have to do it. go with your secondary color and go on the places where you have the secondary color to make it look better. If you highlight too much, that's okay. So there's mistakes bound to be made and you don't have to fix all of them. Okay? But either way, I know that your mini is gonna look awesome. And you it's done. So just need to do the secondaries. Right there. Done. Go back. Fix this. And don't put your highlights too close, but not too far away from each other. But the spot you want attention. Most attention. Some minis have the dents like this one in the arm. You want to try that too. Okay. And done. Let me fix this little thing this time, you know. Dry off your brush completely. And then sometimes that's very watery. Remember, you want to thin down your paint so you don't get too thick, but you don't want too watery. If it's too watery, you mess up everything. So be very careful. Like right here, just too watery. I'll go back with the orange and fix it up. Sometimes you can add your scratches, something like that. And I'm just gonna take some gray. You can take this and if you have weapons, add some scuffs and stuff like that to make it more realistic. And done. Congratulations, you have painted your first mini. So if you look, you'd have something like this. Back, side. Very subtle highlights, but they're there and it's beautiful. And this is the 2-color challenge. If you like this video, like and subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this on miniature, arts, or any other topic, I'm here. Drop me a comment below, and if you like the video, like and subscribe. And don't forget, don't worry about your mistakes. You'll always be able to fix them. And if you can, that's right. Your miniature, whatever you do, will be great either way. Have a great day and enjoy miniaturing. Bye.